Hey everyone, it's the Mike Rogers Show. Mike Rogers here with you. And today we have, once again, a superstar in Japan. Her name is Nikki Corvette, and she's got a big announcement for you today. Ladies and gentlemen, won't you welcome Nikki Corvette?
Hi. How's everybody doing? Konnichiwa.
Konnichiwa. Nikki, it was just announced, maybe, I don't know, 2 days ago or 3 days ago, you're coming to Japan.
Yes, I'm finally coming back. I'm so excited. I am going to be playing the Halloween ball in Tokyo.
Wow.
And then I'm going to play some other shows in Yokohama, another show in Tokyo, Sapporo, Osaka, Kyoto.
Yeah.
Really excited.
I got you down October 21st and 27th or 22nd at the Shinjuku Loft Halloween Ball.
Yes.
And then October 25th at Yokohama Fad.
Yes.
And then October 26th at Sapporo Club Counteraction.
Yes.
And then October 27th at Melee in Osaka.
I never knew that's how that was pronounced.
But Melee?
Yeah.
I think that's how it's pronounced. I'm not sure.
Me either. I've never, I've only seen it in print. No one ever says the name of it. Or if they do.
You know what melee means?
No.
Melee means like in like old war, like 700 or 800 years ago, when two armies would meet on a field and they would have spears and swords and then they would clash and it was just like chaos. That was called
Sometimes
melee.
It's chaos. Sometimes when I play there, it's chaos, but it's never swords and spears.
Yeah. And then
rock and roll chaos.
October 28th at Pop Pizza.
Yes.
And then October 29th at Shimokitazawa Basement Bar.
Yes.
So this is your 7th tour.
Yes, it is.
That's incredible. 7th tour, but I also heard you've announced that this is your last tour of Japan.
Yes.
Why? Why? No.
Okay. I know people announce their last tours and then, they end up doing something else. And I think it's time. I just don't feel like touring anymore. I can't promise, if something amazing comes up,
Yeah,
I'll go back on my word, but I am planning on this being my last tour just because I've toured Japan more than any place else in the world.
really?
Yes. And I've played almost everywhere I've wanted to play. And it's my favorite place to play, and it's amazing, but it's a lot of work. And
Yeah.
and it's hard to do. And I'd like to go out on a high note.
Yeah.
I'd like to go out while people still want to see me.
Well, just let me tell you something. So when I was in the band, we announced our shows, and every show was like the final show. Final show. They were all the final show, and this one would be the final show, and this one would be, we're not kidding this time, this is the final show. No joking this time, this is the final show. And we just kept doing that.
So at your final show, did you say it was your final show?
Yeah. and we knew we were going to come back.
When all the other bands I've played in and stuff I've done, I never knew it was the last show. Like stuff happens, and I think it's time.
Yeah. Well, yeah, you should rest and make another killer album.
I've been doing this since 1978. That's a long time.
Yeah, it is. I think you and I are the same age. So I think about it and I think like, wow, Nikki Corvette's coming and she must be my age. And I don't think I could handle it. Just getting up on stage and jumping around for like 30 minutes would put me in the hospital.
That isn't really the problem. Although I'm doing this workout to strengthen my voice, where I the whole set on a treadmill.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like being on stage, you're moving around, and so like you can figure out where you can breathe, because a lot of my songs, there's just no place to breathe in them.
Uh-huh.
There's just too many words, and I get to the end and I'm like totally out of breath. So I'm doing that, but yeah, I keep thinking about it. I haven't done an actual tour. I've done shows here and there, and I've like a couple shows, but I haven't done a tour in a while, and we'll just see. I think
towards the end there, you got 5 nights in a row in different places, and that's including travel.
Yes.
So, for example, when you play at Yokohama Club Fad, and then the next night you play in Sapporo, are you taking a jet plane to Sapporo?
Yes. We're not driving this tour. We're mostly flying, just because it's a really tight schedule.
Mm-hmm.
We're going from Yokohama to Sapporo to Osaka, and then we'll drive to Kyoto.
Mm-hmm.
And then I think the next day we have another show in Tokyo. So we're flying to Tokyo, because driving would just kill us.
For me, just the flying would just kill me. That would just... So tell me about the Loft Halloween Ball. I went online and I tried to check, who are you playing with at that show, and I couldn't find. They haven't announced it on the club page.
Right. I'm not really sure. People keep writing me and saying they're playing, but since they haven't really announced anything, I don't know. One of the main reasons I wanted to do this show is because, to me, it's like one of the best shows in Tokyo. It's like all the bands I love. It's all my friends all in one place, playing rock and roll and having a huge Halloween party.
Yeah.
And that's just amazing. And this is a bucket list thing. I've wanted to do this for 10 years.
Mm-hmm.
And I was supposed to do it in 2020, and then the world shut down.
Oh, yeah.
So I'm excited.
So you've never done the Halloween Ball before?
No, this is my first time.
Okay, so I'll give you some fair warning. I've been to the Hollywood Bowl once, and that was a long time ago, maybe 15 or 20 years ago. And even at that time, I thought, oh my God, this is like a sardine can in this place. This place is packed and people are just going crazy. And it reminded me of like 1977 London. The punk thing. People are just going mad and screaming and yelling. And I thought, there's too many people here. I'm not doing this anymore. Because that's a really nice club, and there's places to sit, and there's a big room where people can stand, and then there's the next room over where people can sit and stand, and it's really, 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 really a nice place.
Yeah, I haven't played there before, so I'm really looking forward to it. So
how about at the Yokohama Club Fad? Do you know who's playing at that show?
The Have-Nots, and is it the Choosers?
Have-Nots? The Choosers. I've never heard of them.
I think they're from Sapporo, because somebody from the band posted something on Facebook about the first show they ever played was opening for Nikki Corvette and the Stingrays in 2006, I think. And now, a million years later, they're opening for us again. So, but it might be the Have-Nots and the Knockers.
The Knockers. Okay. And then you're playing Sapporo Club Counteraction. Who's playing there with you?
The Have-Nots again, and definitely the Choosers there.
Okay. And then Melee.
I think that's the Wimpies and Chihiro from Boys Order has
she's such a nice girl.
Oh, I love Chihiro. So her band is playing. I'm trying to look right now because I just can't keep track of everything.
No, it's okay. So she's playing in Boys Order and not Do Trash.
No, it's not. No, it's her new band. I don't know how.
Oh, Do Trash.
Oh, okay.
That band reminds me so much of Little Nell from Rocky Horror Picture Show.
That's awesome.
Yeah. So I've been playing them a lot. And then
Yokohama is the Have-Nots, the Knockers, and the Let's Goes.
Oh.
I have the people playing with me as my band, the same band I had in 2018.
Mm-hmm.
All their other bands are playing. Portugal, Japan is playing in Osaka, and Fadeaways are playing at the Basement Bar in Tokyo.
Yeah, at Basement Bar in Tokyo, you got the Fadeaways, you got Firestarter.
Yeah, about that. I love Firestarter.
Yeah, and who else do you have?
Young Parisian.
Yeah, Firestarter, that's right. And Young Parisian. I know all of those bands very well.
Me too.
They're all really nice people.
Pretty much everyone I've met in Japan is really nice.
Well, for example, they'll get together, they'll make this Nikki Corvette show, and then all of these bands, I want to play, we want to play. And I asked them, because I don't know, I'm an American, I asked them, so who is the headlining band? And they're like, what do you mean? Nikki Corvette, of course. Are you kidding me? Nikki Corvette. And I'm like, oh, in America, probably bands would be like, yeah, Nikki Corvette, yeah, she's going to play, but, we're going to play last. And this kind of thing, you know what I mean?
Right.
But that doesn't happen in Japan.
No, it doesn't. And usually I don't really care if I'm headlining.
Mm-hmm.
If I play second to last, I'm fine with that.
Yeah.
A lot of times I play with bands that are the opening band that I think I should be opening. But we often disagree on that. But I'm not one of these people that, I have to headline.
Mm-hmm.
I just want to play. I just want to have fun. I want it to be a great show. And if somebody else plays after me, that's great.
Well, I always enjoyed playing second from last, because that way you could watch the last band and have a drink.
Right.
And just chill out. I thought that was really nice. So you're playing Pop Pizza. Who else is playing with you at Pop Pizza?
That is, let's see. I have it right here. I'm really excited about this because I met Daniel on our last tour. Daniel, the guy that does Pop Pizza.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, let's see. Pop Pizza. It says Black Hours. I don't know if that's a band.
Mm-hmm.
I'm assuming it is. It might be a DJ. I don't really know.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of the information I get, I don't really understand what it means until I get there.
Yeah.
But luckily this time, I pretty much know all the bands that I'm playing with.
Mm-hmm.
90% of the bands I've played with before, I'm friends with. So I love that. I love doing a show with all bands I love and I'm friends with, that's one of the things I love so much about Japan is I've been there so many times now that I know people everywhere.
Mm-hmm.
I first came there, I was the loud American, and I'm a hugger. I like to hug people.
Yeah.
And I'd meet people or play with them, and I'd grab them and hug them, and like they'd hold me actually at arm's length. It's not really
Japanese people don't really hug.
They don't, but every time I came back, the hugs would be a little closer. And the last time I played, people were just like running up to me, giving me like a total like hug. Like, I have made a difference to people in Japan. It's like now they hug, and it's wonderful.
That's nice. So you're playing with the Let's Goes. The Let's Goes are really, really hot.
They are. I think I met Coco in 2010 on my 2010 tour. I can't remember who. Maybe it was Cherry times Tong. Somebody interviewed me, and Let's Go's were friends with them, and they just happened to be there, and we just started talking. And when I was coming back in 2014, I had asked my Italian band, the Romeos, to come with me, and they were busy, and they said no. And I'm like, how can you say no to going on a Japanese tour? But they did. And Matt from the Have Nots said, what, he suggested using the Let's Go's. And I was all about that. That was the original lineup of the Let's Go's, I think. And it was an amazing tour. And then the next time, it was 2018, I think Coco didn't have a set lineup then. I think she was playing with Cherry and Tayozo.
Yeah.
And so I used them. And so that's my band now.
Yeah. So, I'm not going to the Halloween ball because, like I told you, it's too wild. It's too crazy. I'm too old. But the basement bar, I'd like to make a short video of Nikki and the Corvette's Love Letter to Japan tour. And it just interviews, like we have, like, let's say Toyozo and just interviewing him for a minute, and then Firestarter guys, and then Young Parisian, and then just you, like maybe walking around town or something like that. And then one video, and we make the video, and I'd like to get a really good team together. And I've already told some people in the team, we're going to do this and make this thing a historical document of this historical event. So you guys want to be in it or not? So what do you think about that?
I think that would be amazing. I would really like to do that. And tell them they'll have a lot of fun, because I'm a lot of fun to hang around with, and they'll just have a really good time.
Yeah. So then I'd like to enter the film into Rain Dance. Rain Dance is the biggest indies film festival in the world, and it's in London. And I'm the only person in history who's made 3 movies, and all 3 were selected at Rain Dance. So this will be my 4th. They have to select my movies.
It's a lot of pressure.
So I just want to make a really fun movie, and I'd like to show Westerners, like, man, you guys are missing out, because this is like one of the, I think I can name on my fingers, Susie Quattro, maybe Joan Jett, Nikki Corvette, bands who were not so big in the West, but were fucking huge in Japan.
Right.
So that's what I'd like to do. So you're up for that?
I am up for that.
Okay, so I'm going to try to get it arranged. And it's going to be a miracle if I can get it arranged, because I told everyone, no, you're not going to get paid anything.
Okay.
I like to do it that way because I've already made some movies. Like I made feature films.
Right.
And they got selected at Rain Dance and won awards. And then I put them on online streaming sites. And just like in music business, online streaming sites, the pay is terrible.
Oh, yeah. I wouldn't even call it pay.
Yeah, so I put my movie on one, and I don't want to mention their name. And it's on a lot of platforms, and I get paid like, $8 every 3 months. So $8 every 3 months, that's about $3 a month. So I take the family out to a night in the town, go to a disco, go to karaoke. So I don't want to have, no investors. Everyone does it and puts in a little bit of money. Hopefully we can do everything for no money. And that's what makes it beautiful, I think. A labor of love,
DIY. That's how I figured it out. The very first Nikki single, we made all the sleeves in my mom's basement. And that was 1978, and there wasn't the internet where you could learn how to do stuff. And so we had to teach ourselves how to put together picture sleeves, and we cut and glued every sleeve ourselves. One of the girls in the band did she wrote out the stuff that's on it. We had a friend of ours take the pictures. It really was do it yourself.
Yeah, I really love that. Well, when I was in the Rogers, we did our first record that way too. And I was so sick of cutting sleeves and then gluing them together.
Yep.
But now I think about it, and it's like, we should have made more.
Well, you never know. You never know. Looking back, it's easy to say what you should have done. Yeah. But before I forget, I do want to say one thing. And this tour is called the Love Letter to Japan tour. And I wrote a song with Coco called Love Letter to Japan. And we were hoping to be able to record it and have it for this tour, but we couldn't work it out. But at some point, we will finish the song and put it out, because it really is my love letter to Japan.
Oh my God, wait a minute. We can use this song in the movie. So will you have it recorded by then?
I don't think so, but it's I mean, everybody's really busy and in other bands. And
yeah. We can use it for the ending theme.
Well, I will work on when we can get it done. So, but that's why this is called Love Letter to Japan. Because I love Japan. I mean, it's a mutual thing. I feel the love from Japan, and I love everything about Japan. When I come back to America, and I'll be waiting to do something, and it's not happening, I'm like, oh right, because I'm not in Japan, and they do everything better than us. Everything's automated and just runs so well. All the best tours I've ever done, all the smoothest tours I've ever done, it's Japan.
Yeah.
And I honestly do have friends everywhere. There's people that, I make it a point to see whether they're coming to my show or not. I usually have on what, it'll probably be my last night or one of my last nights there. I usually tell everybody I know in Tokyo to meet me at Cow and have a big party. Because it's so hard. You can't really talk to people at shows.
No.
All the party, you can't really either, but there's just never enough time. And I'm staying extra time just so I can see everybody.
Mm-hmm.
Because, it's not like I can just take a day off and go to Japan,
Yeah.
It's a big undertaking.
So, Poor Cow, you're going to be there October 29th after Shimo Kitazawa's Basement Bar, because Basement Bar is not 3 minutes walk from Poor Cow.
Right.
So,
besides that, I will probably, like the night after, it'll either be we go to karaoke or we'll go to Poor Cow, or we'll do both, go to dinner, do karaoke, and then meet everybody at Poor Cow for a party.
Yeah.
I really have a lot of friends in Japan, and I would like to be able to spend some time with them.
That's cool. So, all right. So after October 29th, Shimokitazawa Basement Bar, everybody show up at Poor Cow. It's going to be packed. Anyways, Nikki, do you got any last words for your Japanese?
I can't wait to see you guys. This is going to be the best tour. We're going to have fun. It's going to be the last time. Let's just go out on a party.
Yeah. Thank you so much.
Oh, thank
you. It's Nikki Corvette. See you in Japan. And wait a minute. August. In 3 months. Almost about 3 months.
3 months. I will see everybody, and I can't wait. I'm going to hug everybody.
Okay. Okay. We'll see you then.
Okay. Bye.